Peace to the family, man. It's your boy Speedy, man. Hey, just want to make a quick video about staying focused, and I'm gonna get straight into it. I am a substitute teacher, and I have little brothers and sisters. You know, by blood or not by blood. I have nieces and nephews, and in class, a lot of students, they come to me with questions about how to stay focused or whatnot. And I'm gonna give you guys a little background. Oh, I got shape up, I'm sorry. Hair still here. I'm gonna give you guys a little background of how when I was growing up, living in the hood I was living in. And it's funny because I'm almost by my hood. I'm gonna give y'all an example real quick, but I'm going to give y'all a little background about how I grew up and how I stayed focused throughout all the distractions, all the deceptions that I could have, fell down, the roads that I could have gone down, how I stayed focused through it all. And it's so simple. It's literally so simple, bro. But before I get into that, I just want to say, you are from an environment, but you don't have to be a product of that environment, right? So where I'm driving to right now, I hope I can turn this camera around and show y'all where I'm from. This is where I'm from, pulling up right now. What y'all about to see is where I grew up at, the projects, these buildings, this complex, 6 buildings, 8 stories. This is my hood. You know what I'm saying? Got the store, got all this stuff, got the church, you got everything, and in this ley line of energy where, this location where I grew up at, there was a lot of crazy stuff that happened, bro. And me and my family, we grew up in this environment, Look at these buildings. People on the block, you know what I'm saying? They chilling, you know what I'm saying? It's just how it goes over here. Now, my message to the youngins out there, right? How did I stay focused? Well, every day I had to walk through this, right? I had to go to school through this. I had to walk these streets to get to school. I had to, do a lot of, I had to do that every day. So, one thing that helped me was music. Now, for those, and I'm pretty sure whoever see this video, they could vouch for me. They could agree that every time you see Speedy, he got some headphones on. You know what I'm saying? When I was for as long as I can remember, bro, I always loved music, and I always use it as a tool to, put me in a different realm, to not, subject myself to destitution. I didn't want to put myself in that realm of negativity. So what I did was I listened to a lot of good music that kept my head straight. Another thing is I stay active. I didn't keep. Did you see the complex? You see how compact those buildings are and how close together the windows and everything are? Although I was in there, I was always out of there. I only was there to lay my head and wake up and do that, and then afterwards I was out the door. And I went to football practice, and I went to track practice, and I went to a lot of my friends' house that was out of the hood because I wanted to see more than just that circumference, right? So that kept me focused. That kept me wanting to see more. That ultimately led to me growing up and doing the traveling that I'm doing now, going to Iceland, going to Cali, going to Florida, going to Cancun, like going to Mexico, like doing things like that. But it all starts with being active. Productivity, producing, results for yourself to, get out of that area that you're born in. That's where I was born and raised at, y'all. And I had many friends die. I seen, bruh, my mom, my pops, my uncles, my grandmother, all of them lived in there. All of them. They did drugs, all of that. Like, I'm serious. This is real stuff. And I noticed and I saw it happening. My sister grew up, you know what I'm saying? She died from doing drugs and stuff like that. And my brother grew up out there too. He died, he got murdered. So the thing is, I understand where I came from. What you have to do is understand the root of where you came from. Because when I was growing up, although I didn't know everything that I know now, I did know where I came from. And that's what drove me to get up, to want to get out of there. I really wanted to get out. So I was so fixated on every day. I focused my energy on doing things to keep me like active. Hold on 1 second. To keep me active. Let me get 20 premium.
20 premium?
Yeah. Yeah. I fixated myself on staying active, man. I prided myself on staying active. And I think a lot of these young kids don't do it only because, like, you got social media now. So rather than being active, they'll be active on social media rather than the real world. Me, personally, bro, like, I can do both. I know how to play both because I lived in both eras of life. You know what I'm saying? I lived in both of those eras. So I know how to be active on a real world, and I know how to be active on social media. But I know ultimately being active on a physical, like in real life, is way more paramount than being active on social media. So that's why I tell you guys, man, get out in nature. You got to get out in nature. You have to put yourself out there more. Listen to better music. Listen to good things. It has air in it, man, so you're going to have to keep pumping. Listen to good music, bro. Learn how to tune out the noise. I had to tune out the noise at a young age, bro. I had to. I had to. In order for me, now let me tell you something. If you want to stay in the hood, you can stay in the hood by all means if you really want to do it. Me personally, I felt like it was way more to life than just staying in the projects. So this is why I made the moves that I made to want to get out. And this is why I'm giving my advice to the people who feel like they stuck in certain ley lines. Ley lines is an area of where energy is laid, whether it's bad or good energy. It's the ley line. That's the area. That's the energy of the ley line. Anyway, when you notice that ley lines have a certain energy to them, which I noticed, I didn't know what a ley line was until I grew up and knew the definition of it, but I know that a ley line is a demographic where there's an energy in that area. That's what you call a ley line. And I noticed that growing up in the projects, the ley line wasn't that positive. It was a negative ley line because a lot of bad things happen in that ley line, just like any other hood. So what I did was I took matters into my own hands. I just say, you know what? I'm going to ignore the noise. I'm going to ignore the negativity. It was hard to do at first, but it became easier as I got older because it became a routine. And this is why I'm able to get through negative situations, you know, better than most people. But what I'm trying to do is give you the fruit so you can understand the root. I want you to understand that you have the power to, you know, will yourself through negative situations, negative occurrences, because at the end of the day, bro, we're all gonna go through negative things no matter what in life, no matter what, until you die. It's gonna keep happening. But if you know how to not subject yourself to that type of destitution, thank you. Oh yeah, got you. That type of destitution, thank you. Then life will be more easier for you, and you'll be able to get through things more fluently, man. I'm telling you. Stay active. Stay out of the streets, because the streets are there to eat you alive, not to help you. The only thing the streets can help you is with actually seeing that it's not really good for you. No good result came from the streets unless somebody got out of it. You know what I'm saying? And they was able to tell their story. Period. So, my advice to you guys, man, is to you young guys, most importantly, man, because you guys are the future, man. You guys need to know that. You guys are the future. So my message to you young guys is stay active, get out in nature, get out in the real world, stop living these, you know, fake Instagram, social media lives and stuff like that. And, you know, just get out in nature, bro. And just know that there's way more life than just where you live at. I just showed y'all where I grew up at, bro. I still know people who I grew up with who's still out there, bro. And it's because, like, their mental capacity hasn't been put into their mental, they haven't seen anything other than that. And if they have, it wasn't to where like they embraced it all the way to where they wanted to see more, you know? I seen a lot of things in my life that made me long for it more. Like, I traveled places with my family, and because I traveled places with them, it made me want to see more in life. Sometimes people have that type of mindset, sometimes people don't. I'm not saying everybody's supposed to have it. I'm just telling y'all what I have, and I just want to give it to you too. You know, just to open you guys up for it. Because I'm not perfect either, and I'm still living around. Like, I'm not in the hood, but I still live in the same town, but I'm just not there. So, but anywho, the whole point of that is, the whole point to what I'm saying, stay busy, stay active, stay focused on the goal of getting out and doing better things for your life, because it's way more life than just living in those type of environments, man. That environment made me who I am, not gonna lie, in a way of being hungry, having that knack for grinding, being gritty at, you know, what I do, my goals. Like, that environment, like living in the mud like that, I promise you, it showed me how to be hungry, how to stay hungry. I'm really hungry. I'm gonna be hungry until I die. My plate is never gonna be all the way full for me. I'm gonna always want more. The plate I always get, I think I got a lifelong plate, bruh, of food that I'm gonna eat, because I'm gonna stay hungry. I don't think I'm gonna ever get full of eating, bro. And it came from that, you know what I'm saying? It came from that environment that it showed me, yo, like, if you don't stay hungry, bro, yo, this shit gonna eat you alive. If you get too complacent, if you be too content, you're gonna stay there. And I don't want to stay there only because of what I had to go through growing up with my parents and my family, and seeing my sister die, seeing my brother die. Like, yo, I really had to, like, will myself out of it. I'm not saying it was easy, because that shit was super, bruh, you have no idea. I could give y'all backdrop stories of that too, but I'm just telling y'all, stay focused, man. Put good things in your ear, because when you put good things in your ear, like music and stuff like that, and listen to people with wisdom, that's subconscious programming. Subconscious programming subconsciously programs you to be a better person, to take more and better things for yourself in life, and not to, you know, consume the negative things that life bring you. We have a knack for that, and especially in those type of demographics. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but I'm not about to get into that. But just know that you are subconsciously programming yourself to destitute yourself. You don't want to do that. Don't sell yourself short, man. Just know that there's way more life than just living in those type of environments. And I just wanted to preach that to y'all, man. One of my students told me, he asked me, hey, yo, Speedy, yo, will you see yourself in 5 years, man? I see myself, 5 years, I see myself still grinding. Only because I'm going to stay hungry, like I just said. I'm going to stay hungry. It's just the way it goes. Not because I just know that life is a long life, is a grind forever. Like, you don't stop. I don't see no successful person that's over 50 years old, they still going. The grind don't stop. And that's what the hood told me. That's what that taught me. It taught me, yo, no matter how far you go from the hood, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter, yo. You still gotta grind it out. Because that's just the way life is, bro. And I just wanted to preach out to y'all real quick, because, you know, I be seeing that a lot, man. And I see people, you know, become products of their own environment, and just don't even budge to try to make it out of that, you know, environment. I know they love it, and I know they fall in love with the lifestyle of it, but you gotta understand that there's many different lifestyles you can live. Once you understand that, then life is easier for you. Just the way it go, bro. But yeah, man, that's my little video for today, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Life is speedy. So go, I'm out, man. I'm on the highway. You feel me? We out.